Hi, and welcome to the Juice Plus experience. My name is Kelly, and I've been with the Juice Plus company about a year now, taking the products, and about 6 months in the business. And it's a product that I love, and it's a product that has been life-changing for myself and for my family. I started to take Juice Plus after baby number 3, and I was exhausted, and I was lacking sleep, and I was not a very happy person. I was a cranky, tired mama, and Juice Plus really has turned things around for me. And in 12 months, I can look back now, and that transformation has been absolutely amazing. So if you're here tonight to experience Juice Plus for the first time, know that the person that has invited you cares about you and cares about your health, and would love to show you what it is that we do and why we're so passionate about what we do. We love to help other people, and the stories that we get to hear along the way are touching and mind-blowing, and they really do touch you in the heartstrings, and it's something that we all feel so passionate about, and we all love to share our stories. So first of all, I might get Sarah to tell us a bit about the product, and then we'll hear some stories from others tonight. You can go ahead, Saz.
All right. Hey, guys. So my name's Sarah. I've been in the business for around almost a year, actually. I've been taking the products for just over a year. And I guess what I love about Juice Plus is that it's just whole foods, and that distinguishes it to say a multivitamin, which is something synthetic and made in the lab. This is actually just whole foods, and that's personally what I'm passionate about and what I've believed in. We need to eat for a long, long time now. And so I guess like the concept of it is simple. It's just fruits and vegetables and berries, and then we've got some other powders that have grains and what have you in them. And I guess why is it important that we're eating fruits and vegetables and berries? Well, if you go into any kind of a doctor's surgery and you pick up any pamphlet that looks at prevention of any kind of disease, they'll tell you to do 3 things. They'll tell you to drink more water, they'll tell you to do exercise, and they'll tell you to eat more whole foods and more fruits and vegetables. And unfortunately, most of us just aren't eating enough. Because of the quality of fruits and vegetables these days, because most of it's been sitting in storage, it's being transported, it's sprayed with herbicides, pesticides. It's no longer grown for its nutrient quality. It's more grown for its longevity and the fact that it looks nice on the supermarket shelf. So it's not necessarily nutritious. And the World Health Organization now says that we need 7 to 13 serves of fruits and vegetables every single day. They've upped it because of the poor quality of their fruits and vegetables out there. And I guess even myself, as I've always been very healthy. So prior to Juice Plus, and I still am now, but I know that it's very, very hard for me to get my 7 to 13 serves in every single day. And what I love about Juice Plus is it just bridges that gap for me. So no matter what happens through the day, I'm getting those fruits and vegetables and berries into myself. So I guess I'm going to show you what the product actually is. I'm going to hold up these 3 bottles. So as I said, quite simple. We've got our berry blend, we've got our fruit blend, and we've got our vegetable blend. And these have been chosen, these three different kinds of fruits, vegetables, and berries have been chosen specifically for their nutrient quality. So they're full of things that I certainly don't eat every day, let alone have I ever eaten. Say, for example, there's acerola cherry in here, which is the highest vitamin C plant on the planet. So it's certainly something I'm not eating. There's berries in here, things like bilberry, raspberry, cranberry, things that I'm just not eating every day. And they've been chosen because they are synergistically going to work really well in our body and absorb and give us the right nutrition that we need in our bodies. So how's the produce grown? How's it different to, say, what we're eating or other products? Juice Plus makes sure that the produce that goes into this blend is actually completely vine ripened. So it's really important in the later stage of development of a fruit and vegetable that it is left on the vine till that peak ripeness point, because that's when those phytonutrients do develop. So they make sure they keep the fruit and vegetable on the plant, and then they pick it. I think there's about 6 hours between when the vegetable is picked and it goes into the processing plant. So what they do is they get these beauties, and they pop them into, if you can imagine, like a big blender, and it's all basically goes into a blender. It's dried out into a powderized form, and it goes inside. I'll just show you one of these. Inside it's a vegan capsule, and it's all done at really, really low temperatures to make sure that the enzymes stay alive, which is really important, and it's really unique to our product. So a lot of other products and other supplements, they're actually exposed constantly to oxygen, and when you expose something to oxygen, it actually kills the live and active ingredients in it. So this is oxygen sealed. So if you imagine, if you get an apple and you cut it in half and you expose it to oxygen, it starts to go brown. That's called oxidation. So it's really important that these babies stay inside their bottle and inside that capsule, because they will actually die. The live enzymes will die in them. So what else do I need to say? These products are also, it's really important to say they're tested a few times for the herbicides, pesticides, all those nasty contaminants. They say they use, it's not certified organic, but they use organic farming principles. And according to people who've been to the plant, seen the plant, it is almost better than what your certified organic growers will actually guarantee. So that's really important, is clean produce. So that's our fruit, vegetables and berries, 29 different varieties in those three. And that's our premium blend. Now what they've actually done, which I love, is they've actually put the fruit and vegetables into these kids' chewables. So they've put the vegetable blend in these and the fruit blend in these ones. So basically the idea with that is they've actually implemented a children's health study. So you can now get these for free with any adult's product. And the idea is that, mum and dad are taking their fruit and vegetables and berries in the morning, and the children are going to mimic that behaviour, and they're also going to have their fruits and vegetables in the morning. So they're teaching them that behavioural aspect of getting the right nutrition in their bodies. And the company now supports, I think it's over 1 million children are actually sponsored in the Juice Plus company. So those families are getting that right nutrition as well. What else? We've got our next product. So the range is quite small. So we've got this is our actual micronutrients. So the fruits and vegetables and berries. That's your vitamins and your minerals and what have you. The other product we've got is our shakes. So these come in a nutritional beverage. So we've got a vanilla flavour and we've got a chocolate flavour, and they taste really, really good. Now what's in there? Okay, we've got your protein, your carbohydrates, and also some omega-3 fats in these. So basically, the protein blend in this, it's a vegan blend. It's made from pea, soy, and rice. So it's a nice, clean, vegan blend of protein. It's no nasty whey processed protein blend in there. It's also got some really good ancient grain powders that are full of, say, your fibre. There's 8 grams of fibre in these babies, and there's a lot of issues with digestion, constipation. Have one of these. I tell you what, they're amazing. So really, really good source of fibre. Things like chickpeas and amaranth are what makes the ancient grain mix. And then they've also got, we've got quite a few, like there's B vitamins in here from, there's alfalfa sprouts, broccoli sprouts. They've got, these are really, really good for energy. I use them before I go training, before teaching. And they've also, what was I going to say? They've also got a superfood powder in here. So it's things like mushroom powder, pumpkin powder, pomegranate. So there's actually a lot of nutritional goodness in these. They're quite different to a lot of other shakes that are out there on the market. No artificial flavours, nothing artificial, nothing nasty in these, all clean whole foods. And that is the complete product range. They're actually keeping it quite small. It's also important to let you guys know that there's actually a lot of research that goes into these products. So that was a big one for me. I needed to kind of see, it sounds silly sometimes, I need to the science behind the fact that fruits and vegetables are good for you. But the company has invested in over 35 different research studies have gone into looking at what these capsules can do for, say, our immune system, for things like oxidative stress, things like heart disease. And there's some fairly solid studies that have gone into tell us how important these are and how they are for prevention of disease. And I believe that this year, apparently, we're also getting some omega-3s, and that we're vegan blend omega-3 capsules, so I'm pretty excited for that. But that's our complete product range. It's quite simple. So yeah, I'll hand it back to you, Kel.
Thanks, Saz. And they do call Juice Plus the company with a heart. Those chewables are available with any adult order for a child. And a lot of the stories we hear do involve the children. I actually got my daughter on when I joined the business, and she's a type 1 diabetic and also a celiac. So they're two of the hardest things to manage together because they're so opposite. And we got her on the Juice Plus and on the Chewies, and it made such a difference in her life to be able to go to the toilet without having pain, to be able to be in a stable kind of range. Like diabetics are never 100% stable, but it really brought her into a manageable range, which was amazing for her, which means no headaches, no emotional outbursts. It's a massive thing for her. And you can see in the kids, I've watched friends and family over Christmas be so ill with gastro. I've heard there's been a whooping cough outbreak. There's been some awful things go on, and my children have been around some of those children, and I can guarantee for a fact, other than my toddler cracking some molars, we've had absolutely no illness in this house. So it's so good to know that you've got that there as a backup, and it's helping their immune system every single day. And most of the time they think it's a lolly. It's so great that the kids are getting that nutrition, and they've definitely had a palate shift. I know that they're going for the snow peas and the carrots in the fridge a lot more often than they're asking for a biscuit, which as a mum is awesome. You know, you can stack up the crisper and leave the kids to go to the fridge unsupervised, which is not usually something mums like to do. But anyway, what we love is our stories. So I'm going to ask Amanda to unmute yourself, please, Amanda. And if you could share your story with us about what your life was like before Juice Plus and what's changed since adding that into your life.
No worries, Cal. Thank you. Well, prior to Juice Plus, any mummy, very fatigued. Kids were basically driving me nuts because I was so tired, didn't have really much energy to be around them, being mummy. Got an ASD 12-year-old son. He's very low attention span. He was doing okay at school, but he could do better. He was a bit on the pale side because of his diet. No fruits and veg, very low meats, just very limited diet. And I've got my 15-year-old daughter who's a vegan, and she also has depression and anxiety. She's actually going to a psychologist for a fair while to go through her emotional problems and whatnot. And about, say, a couple of months ago, she informed me she doesn't need to go anymore. Her anxiety, she's got under control. She had a most fabulous, say, 5 months. I think we've been on Juice Plus. And basically it's changed our diets, it's just changed everything in my family. Myself, I'm just more energy, more content. The kids are happy. I don't have to bite my 2.5-year-old daughter's biggie nose anymore, which is fantastic. She's got low immunity. And basically in the last 5 months, I've only had her with a runny nose a couple of times, which is like, yay for me. And yeah, Declan, he's doing so well. He's colour in his face is just, beautiful. No dark circles under the eyes no more. I've got him on IQ as well for the omega-3s. And he's a teacher from year 7. She used to send me emails. And this is like, say, he was taking Juice Plus for a month. And within the first couple of weeks, she actually emailed to tell me how wonderful he's gone, especially within the last couple of weeks. And I take that for Juice Plus, giving him all the nutrients that he was not getting before in his diet. Yeah, he was on Centrum, but I basically only gave it to him just so he could just have a little bit extra than what he was normally getting. So pretty much, yeah, Carell, she's doing wonderful, my 15-year-old daughter. She's picked up lovely. I cannot speak highly enough of Juice Plus. Thank you, my darling Kelly, for getting me onto it. And yeah, it's just, as I said, I cannot be any more happier. I cannot be any more content with Juice Plus. It's the ritual in our lives now. And yeah, that just have to be an everyday thing for us forever.
I know exactly
So,
how you feel. Our family will never go.
Yeah, it's just every never ever, and it's like especially it's for little ones because their immunity is low, but the baby she's is lower. And say for about last 5 months, they've been sick maybe once or twice, and we used to go through bouts of sickness like 3 months in a row, and it was just phenomenal. And I was just it's doing my head in pretty much. But yeah, I love you, Kel, and I'm very much appreciative. So.
Thank you for sharing with us, Amanda. And it's amazing to hear everyone's different story. We've heard such amazing stories within other people that are involved in the Juice Plus, and the body has its own hierarchy system. We never know what it's going to do for a person. It's definitely not a cure. It's so amazing in its simplicity of being whole food, fruit and veggies. And the different range of stories is absolutely mind-blowing. So we're going to pass over to Cez so she can tell us her story of her journey with Juice Plus.
Yeah, cool. How you going, guys? So my story, my experience with the product is, as I said before Juice Plus, I was pretty healthy and didn't see this as a product I would need at all. Didn't see that, I now know that I did have deficiencies, but I didn't think I had any deficiencies. So, and the only reason I actually tried it was because I was hanging out with these girls that were actually doing events around Whole Foods and around Juice Plus. And I was like, wow, these girls know what they're talking about and they're all about what I'm about. So, if it's working for them, then let's see what it does in my body. And, so I just started on the berries, very much a skeptic. So if any of you out there are a skeptic, that was me big time. I needed to see the research and I did all that first and then decided to try the berries. And as I said, I didn't think I had any deficiencies, but I do have quite a bad hormonal imbalance in relation to PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's really common in women and it causes infertility issues. It causes you have cysts on your ovaries, and for me, it caused irregular cycles. Now, I started taking Juice Plus in, I think it was like November or October last year. And in January, for the first time in my life, in say 17 years of having a super crazy irregular menstrual cycle, I actually had this 28-day cycle. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I don't feel like this product's doing a lot for me yet, but, this is amazing. And, I kind of thought about it. And then sure enough, a month later, another 30-day cycle. And I was like, wow, I've only been on this product a couple of months and this is significant. It must have helped in some way. It's the only thing I've possibly changed. And yeah, sure enough, since then, I've been on it for a year now. Since then, I've basically had regular cycles the entire time. So that's a huge one for me. And it just shows that the hormonal balance that's happening in my body. Lot further down the track, and it did take a little while once I added in the fruits and vegetables, things like my hair, skin and nails, particularly my nails started to become strong. So again, this is something that I've been told in the past that I just naturally didn't absorb the zincs and things that you need to have strong nails. Well, sure enough, take my Juice Plus, now I've got really strong nails and my hair's thicker as well. The other thing is iron levels. I used to, again, the doctors always said to me, you've got, so I'm just going to turn my phone off. You've got naturally, you don't absorb iron. So no matter what I'm going to eat, I'm not going to absorb it. It's something wrong with my system. And, I never liked eating a lot of red meat. So I always had this iron issue. And sure enough, been taking the fruits and vegetables and berries for a few months now and went to get some bloods done for fertility reasons, check everything out. And my iron levels for the first time in my life are in that normal range. So, and again, it's the only thing I've changed. I'm now just eating more greens. So it kind of goes against anything the doctors ever told me. Iron supplements did not work in my body at all. They just, you just get that yellow wee as you get with most multivitamins, and it didn't work at all. And the other thing is immunity. Immunity is a lot more strong. I've always had pretty good immunity, but it really showed up when I was traveling with my husband overseas and we were doing these long haul flights, air conditioning, those stuffy environments, being up for 24 hours traveling. And he kept getting sick, so every location we get to, he'd get really sick. And I was going strong. I had jet lag and what have you, but I was still just we were in freezing cold conditions in New York City and I didn't get sick at all. So I was like, that was when my husband started taking it. And he's seen some great results with his immunity as well, because he's actually one that used to get sick a lot, and he's thrown all of his other supplements out that were in the cupboard and just has his Juice Plus now. So he's a really good advocate for the product. So yeah, and I could go, like, I own the business now, so I've got customers that have things like autoimmune diseases, alopecia, that when I met were bald and now growing hair. So it's incredible, as Kelly said, what this product can do in your body depending on what your body actually needs. So yeah, that's my story. Could go on all day.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Says it's hard to stop, isn't it? Like, I know when I heard Bronwyn's story for the first time, I actually cried proper tears while I heard her story. And Bronwyn is someone I knew through our leadership training, and I actually got to hear her story for the first time 3 months ago about a daughter who was having up to 120 brain seizures a day. And since being on Juice Plus, I think she said it was 11 months, her daughter is seizure-free for a time of 5 months and is able to live a very normal life now and able to hold a conversation. And Bronwyn cries every time she tells the story, and I feel like that and goosebumps for her every time I hear it too. It's just totally mind-blowing what it does. So for those of you who have jumped on tonight to listen about not just our products, but also our mission and what we're driven to do to help people and to get these great products out there after we hear all these amazing stories. Beck's going to talk to us about the business that we do and how it works. A lot of people have a mindset about direct selling, and we just like to share with you what it really is. So Beck, if you could pop on and share that with us, please.
Sure. So I'm actually a teacher. I've been teaching for a number of years, and I've been involved with the Juice Company for nearly 3 years now, or maybe more. I'm not actually really even counting. Doesn't really make any difference how long. I just keep finding that more and more things improve as time goes on. So I guess for me, I started taking the products and loved them so much that I decided that I wanted to be able to share them with other people. And the other thing that really got me was that I was able to bring some extra income into the family. I'm a part-time teacher. I really love the fact that, you know, I can be a mum as well as have a part-time job. But if I ever want to earn any more money, I'm going to need to move myself up as a teacher in the ranks as a deputy or a HOC or a principal, whatever. And I really don't have any desire to do that. So I was always looking for something to bring some more income into the family. And I found this. I looked at a number of other network marketing companies. And what I liked about this company the most was that it's a very small buy-in fee. You're not holding any stock. The company does all of the shipping. All you have to do is share the product, look after your customers, and it's not that hard. So the way that it works, traditional business is actually set up like this. Let me just check on in the screen. So traditional business is set up like this. So as a teacher, I'm one of these many people down here, or if you worked in the supermarket, or if you're in any company, most of us are down in this position. As we go up in the company, there are fewer and fewer positions toward the top. So at the top here, you might have the CEO of the company or the principal of the school. And there's all of these people, if they want to move up, they have to apply for these positions. And often, there's a number of people applying for them. So it can be a bit of a catfight toward the top. Now, the thing I do like about our company is that it's flipped upside down like this. So we all start, no matter who you are, no matter what job you've had in the past, we all start down here. Every single person has an opportunity to get up to the top here. And our pinnacle position is called National Marketing Director. So the only way you can get up there, and there's many levels in between, but every single person has a chance to get up here. The only way you can get there is by helping others. So unless you help other people with their business, you're never going to reach National Marketing Director. And that's very different to the traditional style of business, because basically you're in it for yourself. You're not helping anyone else get up there. You're just helping yourself get there. So that's why this model is pretty special. So the way our business works is, let's say this is me, and I introduce you to the business. Okay. You've decided that you're really excited. You've made the excited decision to come into this business, and I'm actually going to teach you how to do it. I'm not going to leave you on your own. I am now fully responsible to help and make sure that you know everything you need to know. And because I teach you so well, you're then going to teach some other people. Now, I'm not just going to teach you. I'm also going to teach maybe a couple of other people. Let's pretend I teach 3 of you. And I make sure that each 3 of these people know what they're doing. Then those 3 people are each going to teach what I've taught them. So this person here, let's pretend this is you. And you then teach, say, your best friend, and your best friend then teaches somebody else. But you not only teach your best friend, you're going to teach someone else, and you're going to teach another person. So suddenly, all of these people, I only knew these 3 people, but suddenly all these people are in my business as well. So here's me at the top, and right back. And suddenly I've not just got you in my business, I've got all these other people. So you can see how the popcorn effect starts to work. And as long as you're doing a good job of teaching this person, you're probably going to help these people as well. Okay, but these people ultimately will be responsible to make sure they pass on their knowledge. So it is a teach-to-teach business, and it's not a selling business. It is a sharing business, and we share our results. We share this business with people who are looking to make some extra money. For a lot of us, we do this alongside our traditional jobs. So some people work full-time, some of us work part-time. And, you know, like getting on the Zoom tonight, you know, a lot of us have put kids to bed, or, you know, we've been to the gym, we've come home, had some dinner, jumped on the call, and we're just doing it in our stolen moments. So don't feel like this is a whole nother thing that you have to take on. It is just as much as you can put into it is how much you'll get out of it. So we do get paid in 3 ways. We get paid retail for the product, for selling the product, I guess. We also get a commission. So as you move up the levels in the business, the commission level goes up as well. So you start off on 4%, and the biggest commission level is 14%. And then you get bonuses along the way as you hit different levels in the company. Now, we don't do cars, we don't do Diamantes. The company gives us cash, and that's pretty great, because then you can decide what you want to spend that on. So none of these trips, no free trips. If you do trips with the company, you can claim them on your tax, which is awesome. But they give you the cash as well, so that you can use it as you wish to. So the power of residual income is pretty special, and I think that's what a lot of us on the call are really enjoying. We're not only enjoying the results of the products, but we're also seeing the benefits of having that residual income on the side as well. So I'm going to pass it back to Kel.
Thank you, Beck, for sharing. And I totally agree. I loved the products so much I wanted to share them, and in the beginning I really didn't care if I made any money or not. I really just wanted to share this with people. I thought, how do people not know about this? And you know, like, why isn't the whole world taking Juice Plus was the way I felt. And the thing that's been so amazing for me is I love the business side of it. I love sharing my story, and I love helping other people. There's nothing like hearing Amanda's story tonight, who I showed the products to. But, you know, I do it for free, and I love our community of people as well. Like, I've never worked in business before with people that have wanted to see me get ahead or wanted to see my life change in a good way. In Australia, we have this bizarre thing of tall poppy syndrome. When someone sees you doing well, they want to shoot you down in flames because of their own reasons I'll never understand. But Juice Plus is the first time I've ever seen a group, let alone a group of women. We're a beautiful group of like-minded, passionate women that are all got each other's back, whether we're on the very same team or we're sideline buddies or our team's a little bit more extended than that. We're all looking after each other, and it's such a beautiful thing to see. I've worked in business and I've run my own businesses before, and you know, it's hard slog. You're there whenever that shop front is open, your butt is there, and you deal with everything from running the banking to doing the post office to doing the marketing to making the customers happy. You do all of that. In Juice Plus, you just look after your customers and you share with your friends what you've learnt about Juice Plus. It's such a simple business model. And for me, like, I've only been in it a short time. I'm not buying yachts or anything at this stage. But what has changed in our family is my husband no longer has to do overtime, and we've got a young family, and the ripple effect of that is beautiful. So where he would normally be tired and stressed of working those extra days, and I was tired and stressed of having the kids that extra time, we've got more family time and happier parents. Kids are happier. And you know what? That's worth all the benefit in the world for me. And if that continues to grow, I'll be happy. But at the end of the day, it's so nice to recontribute to the family after being the original breadwinner. I dropped down to being the mummy at home who got very isolated in a rural community. And this way, I've been able to contact with people. Some I haven't seen since school. Some live around the corner. Some are friends that are close by. And it's been fantastic to reconnect with people and to be able to share what I'm doing. And I got a message the other day from a friend that said I inspired her. And I said, well, that's awesome, because I never in my life thought I would inspire wellness in anybody in my life. It's not something I ever thought I'd be able to do. And it's all just by sharing an experience. So if someone has shared with you tonight or has asked you to jump on and take a look, contact that person and have a chat. It might be for you, it might not, but it's definitely worth a look and it's definitely worth a chat. So thanks for your half an hour or 45 minutes that we stole from you tonight, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thanking you. You're muted. You're on mute, babe.
We're just waiting for Ken.